Hey survivors, it's me, Delilah the Survivor, with chapter 3. Now, first, I gotta correct some of the mistakes I did in the Right My Wrong video. Because, yes, once again, my daughter decided to take notes. The first one, I did not mean to put 3B. I did mean to put 2B. I guess I was just moving so fast. And I like this, because I was tired, I just did it and sent it. So I'm sorry. It's supposed to be 2B, not 3B. Then I'm also sorry because, once again, the cat. Like, I don't know why she's doing this weird meow thing. Like, I don't know if she's under stress, in heat, or in pain. So, yes, now she does this weird meow thing. Then the other one. Oh, shoot, stupid Aaron. Then the other one. I don't know, these iPhones can pick up sound really, really, like, on point. Because she heard the toilet being flushed and the door was closed. And I mean, like, that's crazy because I'm like, the door was closed. And then she thought she heard her brother in the background when the whole time it wasn't her brother, it was his TV. So, yes, iPhones and sound, people, don't try to call people and start lying because they can hear your background, especially if you got an iPhone. So, boom, we're going to come up a few years. This one's going to be about the first time I experienced a family member I was close to that passed away. Well, like two of them that passed away. I was in middle school at the time, and it was like around after Christmas, heading to the New Year's. My mother gets a phone call, and my aunt is screaming, like going hysterical, because my mother couldn't quite tell what she was saying. And basically what she was saying was my uncle was gone. Now, I'm not going to get into too detail about how, because when I did say something about how to other family members, they said, well, we don't know, we're not sure, blah, blah, blah. So I do know that my uncle was in a bad space. That's all I know. So we're not going to discuss how he passed away. Just knowing that my uncle, my mother's brother, was gone. An uncle I was close to. I cooked for him. So scared. I think I had to make sure I cooked it right because I was just learning how to cook on the stove. So that crushed me. Then, like I said, it was around New Year's, like 95, 96 comes along. In May, once again, my aunt calls my mother, and she's giving my mother the story about two of my cousins. And my mother was confused because at first she thought my aunt was saying both of them passed away. Hold on, I'm going to get to you about this one. And she was like, how he passed away from getting hit in the elbow? That don't make sense. But no, she wasn't saying that he passed away. She was saying that the only male cousin that I was closest to, the only one that wasn't mean to me, because they all used to pick on me, like fun picking on me, but they all used to pick on me, but not him. Whenever I needed my cousin, he was right there. Because I got bullied in school, like bullied. And like, we called my cousin up, and mind you, we lived in the county almost all my life. And like, they lived in the city from as long as I can remember. So it was like, he hurried up, came out to where I lived. He was like, come on, we're going to find this person. We're going to find this girl. Like, he was ready to, like, that was the thing about my cousin. Like, he had the people he loved back all the time. To the point where now I think back to when my mother had a conversation with him about the lifestyle or the route he was choosing to go. He wasn't trying to hear it. And now it's like, I wish he would listen. I wish he would listen to her. Because with that happening, like, my cousin could fight. He had no problem with fighting in a heartbeat. So apparently that day, he fought somebody. And this is why I say you gotta watch people you have close to you. Because it's the people who's close to you that's the worst for you. Somebody he's supposed to be close to was like, come on, we gotta go somewhere. And the guy he fought that same day was the one who took my cousin from his family. I was in middle school at that time. I went to do the viewing, but seeing him that way, and like certain details, what they was explaining, what they had to do, I couldn't do it. The viewing was all I could do. I could not go to see him for the services. I just couldn't do it. I did not want to see him like that anymore. Because like, that, like, I broke down. I took his obituary with me to school because I was still trying to cope with it. And like, some of my classmates were trying to, cheer me up, put positive vibes in my head. But it wasn't working because, like, I lost my cousin. And he was not that old. My cousin was only 16. He didn't get to experience nothing, really. 16? But the only thing he was experiencing is the fact he lost his virginity. That's about it. He never got to go to a prom. Well, he did go to one of his girlfriend's prom with somebody he was with prom. Like, when I tell you my cousin had dates back up ready to take them to their prom, like, yeah. So, like I said, I was only in middle school. That hurt me to the core. And, like, because it felt like a parent to me, it was like, okay, he was gone that year in May. Then my aunt's husband, my other uncle, he passes away in the house that him and my aunt had together. This is making me mad. And in the house they had together. Not only did they have together, but my aunt was right there. And so I was scared because I'm like, geez, we went through this the same time last year with my other uncle. And then now we're going through this with uncle. You gotta remember I said I'm not saying no names, so I ain't saying no names. But then the next year rolls around, and then my mother is sick. And when I say sick, I mean like I'm scared and crying because I'm like, oh my God, this is like the same time that her brother and brother-in-law passed away. So I was like terrified. I'm like, I don't know what I would do. I mean, because like I said in the other video, like, yeah, we have this toxicity relationship, but at the same time, in her own way, she spoils me in her own way. I am spoiled with certain things. I'll talk about that in another chapter, but it was like, I could not imagine. Like when my mother lost her mother, when her and my aunt was very, very young. I mean, very young. Like, I wasn't even thought of at the time, young. Like, I think, like, one of them was like 12 or something like that, young. So, knowing that, it was like, And then she would tell me how hard her and my aunt had it. Because granted, my uncle, my other aunt, they were older. You know, I think they were practically they were practically gone out the house. So it was just them with their father. And like, she would tell me how rough it is. And I was like, I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't want to go through that. And it's like crazy to me because sometimes I think, is that why she's unable to love me, her daughter, give me that love that I need? Because she didn't get that growing up. Her mother was gone. So I've questioned myself, and I've worked through this, and we're getting through this in therapy. Because sometimes it's like, you treat the golden child over here, my brother, so well. When it comes to me, I don't get the perks. You know, the benefits. So, past chapter 3. I'm going to try to post it today. Most likely going to post it today. But, oh yeah, I don't have, like I said, I still got to order the anime shirt. This is just a jacket my mother got me for Christmas, and I love it. It's so warm. But I'm going to post this today. Go to store.streamelements/water, 2 R's at the end, XBL. Get your merch, people. Like I said, he have hoodies that pull over, hoodies that zip up, t-shirts that say just like water in the sun, t-shirts with this new anime character. I'm not sure if that's his favorite one or not, because I know he got a favorite anime character. You gotta go check it out, people. Support the young king of mine. And of course, we're going to end it like I would with him. Just like water in the sun. I'm out of here, coach.